Some of y'all are stuck on stupid. Now, I've said this before time and time again that there are people outside of our community who get a big kick out of us fighting one another. But there's also a group of black men and black women out here on YouTube that don't want you to point out people hatred towards us because a lot of these people interact with white people. Now, I'm going to tell you something, and I've said this before. When I have the opportunity to sit back and read the comments, I read every last comment that's either on my channel or I go to scan through other people's channels. If I recognize a name or a name seems similar, I click onto that person's name. And 9 times out of 10, that's a person with a second or third channel, or they shut down the original channel, came with another one to throw people off. Or you have phony YouTube channels. But the ones that are the shit stars and the troublemakers, what they've done is they've gotten slick. What they do is they create multiple accounts. And they go to the channel that they hate the most. And what they do is, under different accounts, they vote down your videos. Say, for instance, I had 10 vote ups. Somebody will create channels just to vote down the videos to make it like, there's nobody watching my videos and things of that nature. Now, every time you get close to a certain number of viewers, people get nervous. And I think the magic number is 400. I really do, because I've noticed every time I get close to getting to 400 views or something, all of a sudden, channel gets flagged. Videos, there's no hateful content, anything up. I'm not talking about hurting children. I'm out there putting child porn or putting images of women up, sexually graphic images of women and men up. I'm just out there expressing my opinion. And that scares people. And people get jealous that, there are people out there following me. There are people who follow me around YouTube. And I'm going to tell you something. I used to sit there when I first started, say, these are white people just doing this. And you might get the occasional black man or black woman. No, you got black people out here that, as Angel Snubbing Up 7 say, dark Europeans. If you don't know what dark Europeans are, those are black people that look black. They have the mindset of a white racist out here doing these things. One of my fellow YouTubers had posted a video up saying that somebody put up a video saying that he was in love with me. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow. My name is, I guess people got me on the mind, And any YouTuber, male YouTuber, black male YouTuber that's not out here cooning and buffooning, they seem to be a threat. And that tells you more about the society than anything. That should tell people of color, especially those who are black, that we're the most feared men on the planet. As I said before, a black man that has common sense and some book smarts is the most dangerous. But also a black man who has respect for himself and his people are extremely dangerous. This is why you saw brothers like Malcolm, Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Fred Hampton, and all the other men that we lost over the years, and even to this day, well known and not well known, have lost their lives because people see a potential threat. And our people have been conditioned to stop other brothers and sisters in their tracks. You don't believe me? Think about when you was in grammar school. Think about the kid in your classroom that was quiet or smart or was an average student, but they had enough common sense to get ahead. And what happened? The quote unquote cool kids or the bully focused on that person, or the teacher purposely picked on them. See, my thing is, I love my people too much. Now, there's times where I can't stand my people. And let me clarify that. Those who coon, those are handkerchief heads. Those who hate themselves so much, they would do everything to try to fit with another group of people who don't want them around. And no matter how many times black men and black women, black children have been victimized publicly, we still follow the same patterns. Now, for those men and women out here, and I'm telling you right now, I keep trying to tell the black YouTubers out here who come to my channel, I know y'all want to accuse certain groups of people of certain things, but a lot of times the enemy is right sitting next to you. See, a lot of us have been conditioned, or we've been so focused on one group of people, we forgot that there are people really close to us, family, acquaintances, friends, lovers, employees, co-workers, whomever. who don't want to see you in anything. And I've told y'all the story about when I went to go rent a car from Enterprise, and the lady called me a nigga, then lied because she had to cover her ass and said that I threatened her. Well, when I told y'all when I went to another location, they had me down where I couldn't get a car because once you say something to a white woman, it's taking it seriously, okay? Never mind that the white woman says something to you, then her supposedly boss says something to you. Now, whether they still working for that company or that location or not, they put it out there, and then you had black employees thinking that, oh, you must have said something to somebody. Now, then when they get their nigga moment, they want to run, they want us all to stand together. I give you an example. Last night I was watching another example. I was watching the news last night, and Congressman Jesse Jackson took a leave of absence because he said exhaustion, right? Now, he very well can be sick. Just because somebody see you walking or talking doesn't mean they don't know what your health condition is. Congressman Danny Davis from the Western District got on TV and said, well, the other day he was laughing and talking and singing and doo-wop and everything. And I said, you're an old ass handkerchief head, aren't you? All you have to do is say that, is give him space. But see, it's these older brothers that have laid the groundwork. These baby boomer or these generation types laid the groundwork for this cooning and buffooning. And then you got brothers and sisters within my age group who are a little bit younger. And when I mean younger than me, it's people under the age of 26. Okay? Those between 26 and 36, 36 and 46, they're my age group. Okay? We've sat back and we've allowed people to fuck us in the head and then turn around and attack our own people. Then when your karma comes around, you want people to stand with you. That's why O.J. Simpson like a fool. You threw us. We stood with you. Then you got popped. You threw us to the side. Then when you got in trouble, we came back and stood with you again. You threw us to the side. Now you got nobody. Like Mr. Obama, we stood with you when we threw other people that we shouldn't threw to the side. Now you're looking for us to come back and save your ass. But it's like the wait the last moment type. I'm gonna come to the black community. Ask yourself, why is it that we as black people, not just on YouTube, but in general, have this mindset with each other? It's a sickness, and it goes all the way back to slavery, even before slavery. Our people had never gotten to the trouble they've got in if it wasn't greedy men and women being opportunistic. See, people scared of me. They scared that I'm out there reaching people. This is why I chose that screen name, Harvey Superboy. Rip open the shirt and I take off. And people, that scares the fuck out of people when you don't get a black man that's going to stand down. Now, I've told y'all how we should deal with traitors in our community, just like every other community do. And if we got to go to those extremes to deal with them traitors, then we should. And people going to say, oh, you shouldn't say that. But guess what? We do it every day in our community. When we allow a gangbanger or a prostitute or a drug dealer to do what they do to us, those are traitors. They turn on their own. They getting away with murder. They getting away with bringing property value. They getting away with taking childhoods away from people. See, we can't sit here and keep talking about what everybody else has done us if we now focus on what we've done to each other. Because that's the first thing people do when they point it out in the party. And there's a party saying, they're not too far off. When the Trayvon Martin was murdered, first thing the white community and other people outside the community said, well, y'all really can't talk because, black people kill other black people. Well, guess what? That's true. But white people kill other white people. But see, people say, well, you can't talk. Well, yes, we can. But the thing is, we can't talk too loud. Nobody can talk too loud. But when you got brothers and sisters that's following you around the different channels, subscribing and it's a lot of crap, and they make it so bad. Some of the people have come to my channel, maybe your channel, and told you what you should be talking about or what you should be saying. You shouldn't be following this person. Then they turn around and go subscribe to this person. This one woman was coming to my channel, and she knows who she is. She's come to my channel talking about Tommy Sotomayor and Rick Scorpio and their Vine show and these other brothers putting videos out. She's pissed off at him. I said, sister, we may not always agree on everything, but a lot of times these brothers ain't talking about you or all black women per se. But the fact that a black man was talking about black women pissed her off. Now I see her at Tommy Sotomayor channel and these other channels. I'm like, ain't this a blip? In our community, we don't want to talk about the things. We don't want to talk about that some of our women have taken on the mindset of the white man and the white woman. And some of our black men have taken on the mindset of the white man and white woman. I keep telling y'all how these conflicts or these manufactured conflicts have started with me. People got mad at me because I wouldn't go join in attacking another YouTuber or attacking a certain gender. I told y'all back when Red Tails came out, y'all, we was being manipulated. Somebody put out a story about the movie. They even never watched the movie in full, and they saying they're gonna boycott the movie. Notice the movies with black men in it. People talk about boycotting and shit, but you never hear them talk about boycotting a movie with black women or when black men played the buffoon or black women played the buffoon. Have you noticed that? But a lot of these people look just like you and I. And the moment we point this out, people get mad at us and they say, oh, how can you be so mean? How can you not have an open mind? How can you not be willing to move past it? It's funny. Everybody tells us move past shit, but they don't move past nothing. I hear people who identify themselves as Jewish say, you guys live in the past, but every time you turn on the TV and on cable, somebody's mentioning the Holocaust somewhere. Or if you're a white woman talking about women paying everything and knowing damn well the ones on TV, the ones these Fortune 500 companies, where's the black women in Fortune 500 companies? Since y'all like talking about we all in the same boat. But some of y'all brothers and sisters out here so in love with people outside the community, no matter what truth we bring, y'all find a way like, I'm going to vote down, I'm going to false flag, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Y'all out here standing with the gay community, and I understand there are black gays, but guess what? There are black gays out there that have said this racism run rampant in the gay community. And y'all met teachers in school when we was coming up. We had gay teachers, gym teachers, history teachers, principals that would say and do shit in a black school they would never have done in white school. Y'all seem to forget the gay co-worker or the gay classmate when you was in college or when you served in the military or when you lived next door to would say and do things. Then all of a sudden gay is the new black. That is so fucking insulting. But instead of us getting mad at them, we turn around and get mad at each other. Don't you say that about them. You had black pastors that preached all these years about homosexuality as a sin. Then all of a sudden because President Obama said you got brothers and sisters that flipped overnight. Huh? You got black women getting on TV saying that black men are no good. They highly educated. An educated person is not going to go around saying they're educated. They can't find a good man. But yet you dogged all the good men. And then if a brother gets caught looking like he about to step over outside the community, y'all put videos up. Y'all want to put them on blast. Y'all done bought these phony statistics that we dating outside the community, high numbers when we're not. Because y'all using that as a cover to justify y'all what y'all do. We keep talking about these damn coalitions and nobody stand. I'm waiting for people to stand with us. Here it is. Unemployment rate in our community has been high for many, many years. It's really high now. I don't see nobody out here marching saying we got to get together. Reverend Jackson, I respect him, but I disagree with him. Reverend Sharpton, I respect him. I strongly disagree with him. And all these other black men and black women went to Wisconsin to stand with a recall, but you won't go in black neighborhoods and stand strong. There's something wrong there. We are a divided people. We are a sick people, and people don't like that being pointed out. Here it is. You already got people picking us off left and right, and you got brothers that say, you know what, might as well go along to get along. That's why last week, the little respect that I did have for some of those black men in entertainment, it was completely gone. The last 4 or 5 months have really showed me that some of our people ain't worth the air they breathe. Male or female, young or old. We are cowards. We sit back and we prey on each other. If you have a disagree with me, fine, we'll keep it stepping. But I'm gonna tell you what hurts people the most, and it seems to hurt our people even more. And no, let me take that back. The same way white people, when you ignore a white person who's racist or just a white person in general, that fucks their head. They got to know why. They got to understand why. Why don't you want to talk to me? Why don't you want to confront me like I want to confront you? You got black people out here got that mindset. That's why Agent Nothing Up 7 say dark Europeans. Because you guys have that same mindset. If I don't want to talk to you or don't want you at my channel, it's a reason. You got these brothers out here talking about hotel, black pride, black power. But how many of y'all got here and talk to young brothers and sisters? How many did y'all hire young brothers and sisters? I've done those things. How many brothers and sisters that you saw out there doing the wrong thing and you got them on a straight and narrow? I have. If right now, if God said I'm going to take you away, it's time for you to leave this realm, this moral realm. I can honestly sit there and say I've done no wrong to no person. Now I know people gonna say, "Oh, come on, you had to have done something." I'm talking about to the point where I've cost somebody their livelihood of their lives. Now y'all go, "Oh, were you in the army? Were you in the war?" Now that's a little different. Somebody tried to kill me. We're using the wrong country. Nah, you take that up with Mr. Bush and Mr. Cheney and Miss Rice and Mr. Powell and Mrs. Clinton and the rest of them. Y'all try to attack me because I wore the uniform. Well, Brother Malcolm, no. That was at that time. It's a totally different world. If we still had black business and black resources in our community, a lot of brothers and sisters would never join the military. If they would have joined the military, it would have been for more strategic reasons. I keep telling y'all, I said, y'all got brothers and sisters in y'all community that got a lot of knowledge, and y'all don't want to take that. Y'all rather listen to a brother and sister that call y'all niggas and bitches and hoes every 5 seconds. See, we can't blame the white man for everything, or his woman, or his children, because at some point you got to get tired of getting kicked in the groin, getting slapped in the face, getting fucked in the ass. But when you got your own people out here voting you videos down, making videos, mocking you, insinuating things about you, that goes a little bit too far. This is why I see why there's a certain group of blacks who don't want to live around a certain group of black people. And I'm not talking about black celebrities. I'm talking about brothers and sisters that have tried to help their people, who've tried to live among their people. About 2 months ago, me and my uncle had this conversation. We had went to what was that, Longhorn Steakhouse, and we was talking about why don't our brothers and sisters get it? Why don't they understand it's a bullseye right on them? Even the ones that think they get in their head, they don't realize at any moment it can be taken away from them, or somebody can be put in your way to try to block you. I don't want to see any of my people in pain. But there's some people out here that keep doing stuff over and over, and you sit there and say, you know what? God don't like ugly. I wouldn't shed a tear. Some of y'all get mad at me because I don't want to join in attacking black women. I'm not going to do that. Some of y'all get mad at me because y'all want me to attack fellow black men. I'm not going to do that. But then some of y'all get mad when I call out racism. Man, that's crazy. You the victim of it too. Or you think because you don't get somebody in a white sheet pointy hat don't come knock on your door that you ain't been victim of it. When you get a certain paying job, how many of y'all got jobs or have careers and compared your salary to your coworker of color who's a shade lighter you, or may not even be a shade light, maybe darker than you, or your white counterparts? I never forget when I was a manager for KFC. I went and make a certain amount of money because I had prior experience. And I have a good mouthpiece. I go in, they tell me what the salary is, I negotiate. Well, how KFC used to work was FedEx used to bring, I don't know if they still do it now, they used to bring all our checks to the store on a Monday. Monday was payday. And if I wasn't there when the FedEx truck came, the black women I work with were so jealous hearted, so bitter that I didn't try to stick my dick in them, or I wasn't out there trying to push up on them, or I carried myself like a man supposed to. They open my check up, and it don't take a rocket science to take the amount of money and taxes and then figure out how much money you make in a year. So what they did, they went and told my supervisors. I went around telling everybody my money. You think, wait a minute, hold on. You know I make more money than the damn store manager. You think I'm going to go back and say something? And I didn't have a moment's peace. That was black women that did that. That wasn't white women. That was black women that did that. But I still gave sisters a benefit. I said, those are hoes. Those are hood rats. They bitter. Those baby mamas. But then when a white person does something, they do shit to hit you in the long run. They say you stole money, or that you thinking about robbing a place, or you tried to rape or sexual harass. Remember that sister? I forgot, and I keep making a video about it, but I never had the time. The sister that lied on Brian Banks. You had some people out here on YouTube, they took the videos there quick, trying to defend, say, well, she was just 14. She didn't know it better. Wait a minute, hold on. When I was 14, that kind of lie didn't enter my head or other 14-year-old girls' head. It's something about those born in the fucking 80s. Y'all that curse, and not all, but enough of y'all are cursed, man. You sent the brother to jail his prime years to jail, and the people's giving them an offer. They doing it because they want pre-press. They might be doing it from their heart, but I don't mean no harm, but I know how corporations get down. Where are the videos from all the sisters out there putting her and other sisters like her on blast? But yet the sisters, the ones like her, come to my channel harassing me. And there's one dog-faced looking chick, she does it all the time. She's sending me messages on the different, I know who she is. And I'm saying like, damn sister, I didn't fuck you. I didn't knock you up. I didn't treat you. See, you and sisters, and I'm focusing on, and I hate to diverge into this whole black women, black man thing, because I'm getting comments, personal messages from black women. Some, let me rephrase that, some. But there's some sisters out here got a lot of class. If they don't agree with me, they say, Harvey, I respectfully disagree with you. And I say, no problem. We all have our different experiences. Just like there's some brothers say, Harvey, I disagree with you. I said, no problem. I respect your opinion. See, we haven't learned how to agree to disagree. But there are videos, there are channels, there are websites that are dedicated to making fun of our people. And we sit back, we say nothing about it. We're attacking our own people on the streets, in school, in sports, in business, in relationships, and now here on the internet. And we don't think that this stuff is going to bite us in the ass. Y'all waiting for Mr. Obama to wave his magic wand. It ain't going to happen. You guys got to quit waiting for some black man or black woman to lead us to the promised land. It's up to you to get off your rusty dusty and get out there and do what you got to do. Like I said before, I noticed patterns. I noticed things. That's how I was able to get where I'm at today. This is how I was able to survive in the combat zone. This is how when I go take care of business, I don't get mind fucked into doing something or paying something because I have common sense. My parents started with me at a young age. Read, don't sign everything. If it don't feel right, don't do it. Don't be a follower, be a leader. Or if you don't want to be a leader, be a silent observer. The older you get, the more shit you see going on in our community. I mean, my thing is like right now, they don't even want us to have guns in our community. Here it is in Chicago, but in the city limits. I don't live in the city, but in the city of Chicago, Mayor Rahm Emanuel, just like his predecessor, want to change gun laws to keep black people owning guns. And the excuse they use were children going to get to them and shoot themselves. But they don't say that shit about white gun owners. I guarantee the city of Chicago, the west and south side, was predominantly white. They wouldn't be talking about it. They're afraid that a brother or sister like myself, when somebody out there doing wrong, we're going to put them down. You come into my home trying to take from me, I'm not shooting the wound. I'm shooting the way the military trained me. I keep trying to tell y'all fucking with the wrong people. Y'all defending the wrong people. We got a sickness in our community. Some of y'all don't want to see it, don't want to hear it until it's too late. A lot of y'all are angry at the wrong people. This is why everybody mock us. This is why everybody can say what they want to say. Gwyneth Paltrow felt comfortable enough to say the word nigger and no repercussions came behind it. Roland Martin didn't even say nothing about gay people. CNN took action. Here it is, Disney, which owned Marvel Comics, who's putting out the Iron Man movies, was shooting right now. Should have said, Gwyneth, you need to go out there and you need to apologize. Now, if we had any common sense, we should have, you know what? We ain't going to see no more Marvel movies. We ain't seeing no more Disney movies because this is how they get down. I'm waiting for one of our bold rappers, one of them want to keep it real, one of them who don't give a fuck like they all say in they music, to rap about her dead ass Jew father. Ooh, did he say Jew? Did he say dead ass? Ooh, he's anti-Jewish all of a sudden. But that's what they would say. You're not supposed to criticize them when they do shit, when you catch them on their dirt. Rush Limbaugh's I can't stand Rush Limbaugh, but I thought it was hypocrisy what them advertisers did to him. You need to be consistent. White women get called a slut. Oh my gosh, they outraged. Everybody on the media covered. Black women get raped last year. They turned around back on her. They stopped raping the Duke Lacrosse case. They brought the Tawana Brown, which I still say something happened to those women. Now, whether that Duke case happened the way it happened, I think she got raped by those white guys. It's just that she didn't report it when she's supposed to. That sister that got raped by Dominique Strauss-Kahn, when he went back to this country, all the shit came out about how dirty he was, how he treat women. When that Tawana Brawley shit happened in Harlem, she got raped. One of her neighbors, one of them scared head neighbors turned on her, and she had to run because she was afraid. That was almost 30 years ago, and to this day, white folks still talk about it. Even white folks don't know nothing about it, they just know the cliff notes of it. Here it is, when you talk about the Black Panther Party, they try to make false equivalents. The Black Panther Party ain't nowhere near like the Klan, neo-Nazi, these militias. Tell me where you heard the Black Panther Party or these so-called black nationalist organizations where out there and killed white folk. You don't got us out there playing Minuteman. We ain't out on no borders killing people. A lot of us want to be left alone and people keep fucking with us. And then they turn our own people loose against us and we don't have no recourse. The moment I say we need to start dealing with our people, those who betray us, oh, Harvey, you wrong, man. You got to pray. All we've been doing is praying. Why in the fuck should you live in misery? Here it is. I remember back in the day when we was in grammar school, we used to go outside for recess or off campus for lunch. We used to go home, mom and have food waiting for us, or we can go up to a Wendy's or a White Castle or to a 7-Eleven or to one of the little small mom and pop places, get a sandwich and a soda and go back to school and chill. Get out of school by 2:30, 3 o'clock, go home. We got cartoons on, do our home, go outside and sit on the front porch and back out. These kids can't do that. That's why these kids are growing up too fast. That's why these kids are bitter. Turn on the TV, 24-hour news. Reality shows. All they do is showing sex, sex, sex. They sexualize these little kids. You go into some of these shopping malls, if you don't look up and look at these girls, you swear they like grown women. And when you realize what was going on, you're like, oh my God. Then when these little girls get out and get caught up in something, Mama, Daddy, Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, Granddaddy, he raped me. He forced me. You got the boys walking around here thinking they girls. Come on, man. We've allowed the enemy to get into our head, and we allow weak-minded brothers and sisters to push this drama. Russell Simmons pimped his peep out for the last 30 years and got on TV. Nigga, it's a word that we took the power out of it. Wait a minute, hold on. I can see this is 200 years down the line. But we barely just got the Civil Rights Act signed 46, 47 years ago. We ain't that far removed. But I told y'all, a lot of these baby boomers, they heads are fucked up. You had what's that chick? I forget the one that writer. It was out there talking about Bill Clinton, the first black president. It was a black woman that started that shit. And when Mr. Obama was running, white folks threw it back in our face and was mocking us. When I heard it back in the night, I said, who the fuck said this? That ebonic shit. Come up with words. All you gotta do is say, you know, a reason why we have our own dialect, or you saying that teachers ain't properly taught us the correct pronunciation of words. Now, we always gotta come up with some fucking excuse for the most asinine people in our community. Some of y'all need to get with the program. You need to get real. You need to wake the fuck up.